Welcome back to Wind Down Wednesday. We have Tia back.
Hey, everybody.
It's been a minute with the holidays and everything, but we are excited. What
I'm
have you
super
been up to?
excited. Man, I have been in school still, just finished my semester. I have one semester left, so I'm excited about
Hey.
that. Let's see, we just got back from Florida for Rami's football
Mhm.
tournament. Shout out to the Mustangs, came in
Didn't he
third.
do the winning catch?
He did.
Uh-huh.
Game winning touchdown. It was 21-19 against the Flower City Panthers. And let me tell you, that game was intense.
Right.
But we had a great
That's
time.
so good.
They came out third place in the nation. And we're just back, I guess, regular routine
Right.
tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I saw the video. It was like, hey, Robbie. Like, I wish I was there. I
Listen,
love, especially little kid football is so, people get so into it, but
uh,
it's so fun.
their celebrations
Mm-hmm.
get to me. But like you said, people get into it. The parents get
Yes.
into it. And sometimes they take it to a whole new level.
Yes. The
But
coaches, like, the kids are like 9 and 10 years old, and they'd
mhm.
be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Oh, kids too. I had a kid cuss me out the other day. I was
I'm like,
like,
damn.
"Wait, he's talking to me like the
Yeah.
parent?" Oh yeah, they were talking mad. Can we cuss?
Yeah, you can cuss.
Mad
It's
shit,
rated R.
mad shit on the field.
Yeah. I was like, I'm honestly, it's shocking, but the
Mhm,
kids are like used to it, which is weird, also.
mhm.
But yeah, so yeah, for Thanksgiving for us, it was so fun. Like, the whole family went home, and I don't think people understand. Like, my family holidays when we're all together, it's
Mhm.
like crazy chaos, so
That's how it
many
should be.
people. It's like the beginning scene of Home Alone where everyone's running around and fighting with each other.
But those are the
Not fighting,
moments.
but like
That's how it
having
should be.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah. It's nothing but a great time. If it's not chaotic,
Hmm.
are you really having a great time? Is it
That's
really a
true.
family
And then we went to the
function?
tree farm. I made Denzel go to the tree farm because he had never been. His family only ever did fake trees. He was like, "This is the most country shit I ever seen."
So here, do you guys have artificial or a real tree?
Here we have artificial.
Mm.
I like real trees, but
Mm.
it's not the same as like when I grew up because we went to. You have to like walk through the forest
Yeah.
and like cut your like
But
cut
there's
down your
tree
tree.
it's trees like that.
Here?
Yeah, like wherever they have the pumpkin patches, I thought they had tree
Oh, I don't
farms.
know. Yeah.
I think so. You just got to look them up. I don't know. I'm
Mhm.
team artificial. I know the live trees.
They
It's a
just look
lot of
so
work.
like. No, they're not.
It
That's what
is.
people really think. And my family used to have like 12-foot trees in our house.
I bet it's really pretty.
And yeah, they're already naturally fluffed. You don't have to fluff all those
I know that's
plastic
right. I got a little
bristles.
bit of scratches right here. That's the worst part of putting up trees.
Exactly. But the
Fluffing
fake
them.
trees, you just put them up, you shake it a little bit. You gotta you gotta water
Water
it every
them.
day.
Wait, show the camera how you shake it.
You just skip it.
Listen, Sony, chill out. I know you shake it
Yeah,
up a little
you
bit.
shake it and then you just put the water in it in the
Yeah,
mornings. And then guess what? When Christmas is over,
you
you
throw it
throw it
out.
away and it's biodegradable.
That's
So
true.
you're helping the environment. Your plastic tree is going to pollute our grandchildren's children's
Mm.
children for the next.
You see, she's trying to make me feel bad, y'all. That's crazy. But I love my artificial tree. It is a 8-foot tree, and it has different types of branches on there.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of it. You can come over and look at it. It looks real.
Probably look fake.
It
You know,
was
plastic bristles look
pricey.
real. And I can't even have a nice tree now because Nova just rips off the bulb. So the top
Hmm.
portion of the fake tree that already is ghetto is decorated, and the bottom half is just lights, and the lights in the back don't work.
Listen, uh, this year I let the boys do the tree, and they did not decorate the back of it. That's facing
Mm-hmm.
the wall. That's fine, but it took every inch of me not to get up off the couch and kind of rearrange stuff. So every time I look at it, if you squint, I'm like, it's so nice. It's so
Yeah.
nice. I would move that bulb over here, that one over there, but
That's
it's their
nice
work.
that they're interested in that too, because and we're gonna talk about because it's boy mom versus girl mom today. That's
Hmm.
the topic today, guys. But it's nice that they're interested in it because my
Oh
brother
yeah,
would like help us decorate the tree, but I was really the one that was like, "Ooh, I put up the houses and hang all the
yeah.
lights and like
My brothers didn't
do
do
the balls."
anything.
And Denzel, his mom was like, "Our tree is themed." no one touch it. I'm doing it. So he never even decorated the
Yeah.
tree.
That's how my aunts
Yeah.
were. Yep.
hmm
Yeah,
But
no,
us,
my
it's like,
boys are good with
mhm,
that. They love the
yeah.
holidays though.
hmm
Christmas is their favorite. So when it comes to the tree, it was December 1st. They said, "Mom, you're late," because this usually you're supposed to do it the day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So,
They said, Mom, you're late.
hmm
That is
I'm
funny. And
really
they
late.
like it. Yeah. My nephew loves doing the decorations with
Hmm.
me, and we have tons, like houses,
All of that.
villages, nativity scenes. We all have ornaments from like 20 years ago, and every ornament has like a specific
Yep.
meaning. Um, but yeah, Denzel was always he was like confused when I was like, okay, the first year we lived together, let's decorate the tree, and he's like, what do you mean, let's decorate the tree?
Yeah,
Like,
together
yeah,
as a
like we're all
family.
decorating the tree. Like,
Yeah.
what are you talking about?
And we
Yeah,
have the ornaments that the kids made from daycare.
yeah,
We have, let's see, what else? Any family oriented ornaments. What else do they do? Oh, lately, well, now it's like a football theme, but I let that tree in the boys' room.
yeah. And then we all have like our colleges.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Of our colleges. I feel so bad because Nova, my aunt Rebecca loves the minions, like
Mm-hmm.
the Despicable Me, and she broke her minion
Uh oh.
ornament.
You should have told me. I was just at Universal. Do you know?
Oh dang, yeah, you could have
Right
replaced it because I'm
there.
pretty sure that's where she got it from.
All Despicable Me stuff.
Pretty sure that's where she got it from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I felt so bad. I was like, "Oh, who's gonna tell Rebecca that her minion ornament
Just get a
is
new
broken?"
one.
I should have just like made sure she didn't notice it and just went on Amazon and
Mm-hmm.
bought
All you
another.
gotta do is just replace it.
Yeah, but yeah, but raising girls versus boys, it's like so different. Even how we grew up, I think how my family or my parents raised me versus my brother, even though
Mm-hmm.
it's always was supposed to be fair and equal, it's
Mm-hmm.
still different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
hmm
So I have a blended family.
hmm
There are four from my dad's previous relationship,
hmm
two of which are boys. So we only saw them during the summertime, really. But when they were with us, yeah, everybody, it was, I feel like everybody was hardest on me for some reason. I don't know why or where that came from, but there was definitely a difference in raising my brothers and then raising all of the girls in our family. I feel like there was a
Yeah.
lot more pressure or they were a lot more strict with us and the boys
Yeah.
just kind of, you know, you'll figure it out.
I would say we all, for me, anyways, it was never like one was more strict than the other. I think it was more
Mm,
like more protective of the girls than like I feel like my brother could. Well, he was always like kind of sneaky,
mhm.
but it was like so much easier for him to like sneakily get away with things.
Yeah.
And then I also think too, at least for the men, they were more sensitive to me versus like very hard on my brothers, which I think is something that's more
Absolutely.
negative for boys. It's like tough love, whereas like if
Yeah.
I cried, it was like, why are you crying?
Yeah.
And then my brother's like, why are you crying? Like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Don't cry or
hmm
be quiet. It's okay. And that is something that I'm trying
hmm
to reverse with raising sons.
Yeah.
For me as a mom, that is. Like
Yeah.
sometimes their dad is still like, "Oh, you baby them a little bit." I'm like, "No.
Yeah.
We're having a conversation. I'm just trying to understand why is he feeling this way, you know?"
hmm
Um but I don't know. I think that's different generationally and with
That's something
the
that you
dad and
change.
yeah.
Yeah. I will say versus like, like my uncles, my dads and everyone, how they were
Mm,
a little more sensitive to me. I think the women in my family were more strict and like
absolutely.
like this is what we're doing. Why are the younger kids acting up? You need to make sure they're not doing this or that, or why weren't these chores done? You're
Mhm.
in charge of what's going on.
Yeah.
It was way more like I guess abrasive versus
Oh yeah.
mhm
Oh, mhm. That was my life,
mhm
especially when my older siblings were not in the house. So I have one under me, Tamara. With you met her at my promotion dinner.
yeah
So growing up, yeah, I was in charge of everything.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of pressure on me. Make sure Tamara had everything together, chores were done, and if not, I'm in trouble. And then if we were all together, it was still on me, even though
Yeah.
the boys were older. I'm like, well, what did I do?
Yeah. That's funny you say that. I have one
Yeah.
specific memory of my
Mhm.
little sister. It was during the summer, and my aunt Rebecca, my sisters always stayed with us during the summer. I lived with Aunt Rebecca, and she lived with my mom,
Mhm.
or maybe it was her grandma. I don't know. Um, and Aunt Rebecca was like, she told my little sister, she was like, tell Kayla, make sure if you all get everything done on this list that I'm leaving you, I'm going to take you out to the outlets and go shopping. She
Mhm.
didn't tell me that she left a list.
Oh, so you got in trouble.
Yes.
Big
So
trouble. But
Aunt
why
Rebecca,
wouldn't she? Because now none of y'all can go shopping.
exactly. She just like, I don't know if she
I would have
forgot
went.
or she just didn't care.
Mm-mm.
So Aunt Rebecca came back and was like, why aren't all these chores done? I was like, what chores are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
And she said, I left a list with Paris
Mm-hmm.
and you were supposed to make sure these chores were done. And I was like, well, you didn't leave me the list.
Right.
So she took all the boys shopping and then left us home.
Oh, wow. So the boys got to go.
Yes.
Did they do any chores?
I guess they had their own list.
Wow. Wow.
And I was like, I had
That's
done
crazy.
nothing wrong.
Rebecca, if
Rebecca.
you're watching, that was messed up.
It was Paris's fault. It was not my fault. And I still
Listen.
got in trouble. Yeah.
That's crazy. So people still leave lists. I leave lists all the time.
Mhm.
Do this when you come home, because they get home from school before I get home from work.
Mhm.
So they always have a list every day, whether it's picking up poop in the backyard or doing
Mhm.
your homework, doing some type of chores, and they better be done or don't ask me to go outside.
Right.
Um,
Yeah. And then I always had lists and they were long. It wasn't like, ooh, here's your little list. My list was like the Great Wall of China.
all the time.
And if it was a winter break day or like
Summer
a snow
break.
day, a snow day,
You're not having no fun.
Nope.
It's cleanup
list-
time when you're out of school.
That list was long. Like
I never
clean the bathrooms,
understood.
wipe the baseboards,
Yes.
dust the fans.
Dang, that's crazy. Because now
I
want
want to go to school at this point.
Listen, well, that's me now. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you turned into.
I'm turning into my mom, but I feel like if I do it now, when by the time they get out the house or if they're in college, their room should not look a mess.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Saturdays when they wake up, it's like, hey, roomie, we need to clean up or something. Hopefully, I don't know, because I've seen some dirty college dorms, and I can't have my sons out there acting a fool.
No, I agree with that. Like Denzel is definitely really clean. You know,
Mhm.
his mom is very like their house is very clean, pristine. I will say he's not very like me. I was like I liked my clothes to be in like color order and like my drawers to be like perfectly clean and stuff.
Are you OCD?
I was when I lived alone
Yeah.
and had my own room. Now it's impossible because Denzel's like, oh, he knows it doesn't need to be a mess, but he just throws his shirt. Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, I don't care as long as they're clean and kind of folded. I'm just gonna throw it up there. I've organized that closet like 5 times. I give up. My side looks good.
That's hard.
His side, he's just like, this is how you want to live. Go ahead.
Yeah, but how long in your marriage did it take you to be like, okay, whatever, it is what it is?
After the 5th time that I organized the closet, probably. And I said the next house that we have that we, build, it's our dream house. We're having 2 separate closets because I like my closet, the shoes to be lined up, purses in color coordinated order.
Oh yeah,
everything. And he's just like,
hang it up.
And I think too, because his mom is like me, that she would like go in and like fix stuff for him, and he was just used to like.
That I'm not doing.
Yeah, I think that's really what it is. And me is like, nobody cares. Like, yeah, as long as my room wasn't dirty, like, they didn't care what my drawers and stuff looked like, or if I made the bed. Yeah, they didn't care about that.
That's crazy. No, I think I am hard on my boys just because I just want them to be successful adults when it comes to living on their own. They're gonna need to know how to cook. You're gonna need to know how to do laundry. And you got to clean up a little bit.
Yeah.
And
it's like you want them to be self-sufficient and not. Because I remember like freshman year of college, I went and there were people that didn't know how to do laundry. Like
Oh
our
yeah.
like RA had to like show them how to do laundry.
Yep.
Or I had to like show one of my roommates how to like clean a toilet
Yep.
because she never had done it.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Mine
Yeah.
will not be no.
Yeah. And
I will
it's
never
yeah.
forget. My Morehouse brother calls me and was like, "Yo, what setting do I put this washing machine on?" I said, "What? What are you talking? You never had chores any Saturday of your life?" He was like, "No, my mom did all of this." I said, "Oh man." So whenever I have
Yeah.
kids, we're gonna
Yeah.
have to fix that.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And then Nova,
Mhm.
it's like kind of I feel like it's almost gonna be expected because she's a
Girl.
girl.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, I think I was like 6 or 7 years old and I knew how to like cook eggs
Mm-hmm.
and like sweep and
Got
wash
to.
dishes.
I mean, and think about. I think there was a conversation or a discussion surrounding the kitchenette that Nova has. It
Hmm.
was a little boy playing with one, and that caused so much
Oh,
commotion online. Like, that's a girl toy. But I'm like, it's so crazy
the
how the world,
kitchenette?
so crazy how
Wow.
the world puts gender to different toys. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, maybe that little boy wants to be a chef.
Right.
Same with little boys who may play with a doll sometimes.
Yeah.
Maybe he's playing dad or something. They're
Right.
playing house or something like that. That's my way of thinking. But everybody
I
doesn't think
agree
that
with that
way.
completely. I 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
It's like, what's wrong with a little boy playing with a doll
Mm-hmm.
if one day they're going to grow up to be a father?
Thank you.
Or like, what's wrong with like a little girl wanting to play with tools?
Mm-hmm. The toolboxes, all of that stuff.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that is so true. I will say Nova definitely has a lot of, she has the kitchenette.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but she is just rambunctious. Like she wants to be outside with the boys. Like she
Hey,
don't even want to.
bring her out.
Yeah, like every time she sees the kids outside, she tries to run up and
She can play
they're
outside.
riding their bikes and stuff. I'm like, is she a little too spoiled to be riding how they ride, but
Does she have a little tricycle?
she does, but it's too small for her now because she's
Okay.
so tall. But Denzel's gonna get her a training wheel bike.
Oh. Oh,
Hmm.
I'm excited for that. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, when the boys were younger, we had everything, the kitchenette, all of that
Hmm.
stuff.
I don't see why. I think the kitchenette is. I never even thought of it as like a gender thing. That's
Yeah,
actually interesting.
it was a
Yeah,
huge thing. I think it was maybe like 2, 3 years ago that was going around the internet.
but but in like kindergarten and stuff, they all have them,
Mm-hmm.
and the boys play with it. That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but even like for like self esteem and stuff for your boys, like the differences between a girl and a boy, and how are you like promoting like self esteem? Because I know for me growing up, one, I mean, I wasn't. No one was ever going to be bullying me, so
Yeah.
yeah, because I was probably the mean one. I'm gonna be honest, but that was something that was never like no one ever did like affirmations with me or like built it up. Like that's something I had to learn on
Yeah.
my own.
I think I got, well, when I had children, I would say when Rami was born, it was probably around that time when like self love and affirmations were really being promoted. And there's a lot of
Yeah,
children's books out there, believe it or not. Um,
because that wasn't like a thing. I think when we
exactly.
were little, like that wasn't
It wasn't. It
something
wasn't.
that was normalized.
And now that it is, especially for like young black boys, there's a lot of books out there for them. So we have a lot of that, and they just know. I think they mimic me sometimes, write it on sticky notes
Hmm.
and put it on their bathroom mirror. They do that. But before we go to school, we always say a prayer,
Hmm.
and they always have to say something great about themselves. Um, so
Right.
I'm trying to keep up with
And do
that.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nova and I, well, I say affirmations to her
hmm
for sure. She doesn't know what I'm talking about, obviously, but
Yeah.
but I still say them like,
Just
oh, I like,
randomly.
and I don't say it like, oh, Nova's so great. I say like, oh, I love your hair. Like
hmm
you're really smart.
hmm
Stuff like that, like
All
stuff
the
that's
time.
like like just normal conversation.
Mhm.
And she always says I'm beautiful because I
Mhm.
always say, oh, you're beautiful, and
See,
she says you're beautiful. Yeah.
it really starts with you,
Hmm.
honestly. And then they just mimic everything that you do.
Yeah. And I think too, like just paying attention to what you do say, because I remember when I was little, and this is a whole other topic. You could talk about like things that you liked that your parents did versus what you didn't like that they
Yeah.
did. I remember like probably you too. Our hair was always relaxed. Like it was permed, permed, perm. And every time I was getting my hair permed or my hair grew out a lot, it was like, oh my gosh, your hair's so nappy, so
Mm-hmm.
thick, it's so hard to take
Mm-hmm.
care of. So like I hated my hair until I was like 20 years old.
Yeah.
And now it's like I have to make sure I don't say like, "Oh, Nova, your hair," like, I'm like, I have to make sure I don't say, even though I'm not, they weren't trying to insult me or
Yeah.
make fun of me. That stuck in my brain until I was
Mm-hmm.
an adult.
Yeah.
Like, oh, my hair like sucks. I need to straighten it and change it. It's nappy. It's hard to take care of.
Oh yeah.
So that's like stuff I have to catch myself on saying, like, because even when I'm like, oh, I have to do Nova's hair, I'm like, oh, okay, Nova, let's do your hair. Even though
Mm-mm.
I'm like, oh, I don't feel like doing
Mm.
this hair, but I'm gonna
That
do
took me
it.
that took me a long time too
Yeah,
because my boys they both have locks.
I love them.
So before the locks came, Rami had a huge fro,
Hmm.
very thick 4C texture.
Hmm.
Jojo, on the other hand, had a looser curl pattern,
Hmm.
very manageable. So I've always wanted him to just keep his curls, but
Yeah.
whenever it was a wash day, I had to really talk to myself like, okay, let's make this a fun thing. We're not gonna say, oh, Rami, your hair is so
Hmm.
hard to brush through or anything like that. You just gotta make it fun for them and just say, oh wow, I really love your
Yeah,
hair.
that's what I have to say. Like, oh yeah, we get to do your hair instead of,
Yeah,
oh, I
look
got
how
to do
much
your
it's
hair. Yeah.
grown.
Like it's so full. Nova let
Mm-hmm.
me blow dry her hair for the
Mm-hmm.
first time today, and I was like,
Oh
"Ooh,
wow.
yes."
Did you get to stretch it too?
She needs a trim, but yeah,
Okay.
she has hair like mama. We have a lot of
Oh, that's
hair.
exciting though.
Yeah.
And yeah, you just gotta
And
tell
even,
her
yeah,
it's
even
so
like
pretty.
saying stuff about my body,
Mm.
I have to catch myself on stuff like that too. Like, oh man, like I lost some weight, or oh, I'm so skinny. Like, 'cause I don't want her to
Yeah.
think like
Yeah.
this is how you're supposed to look.
Listen, my
'Cause that's
boys check
something.
me.
Mm-hmm.
They check me.
Yeah.
I say, "Ooh, I need to go to the gym a little bit." Mom, you need to relax. You look fine. You are.
Mm-hmm.
What did JoJo say? You are gorgeous. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you, JT.
you don't even
That's
need
what
a
I say.
band. You just need you just need Rami.
Rami and JoJo hype me up
Of all
all
the
the time.
time. They are
Yeah.
so
They're
cute.
really sweet boys
Yeah.
when they want to be.
Yeah, but even catch like because I remember, just being around women
Yeah.
saying stuff like that around
Mhm.
me made me think, oh wow, like I have a belly or
Mhm.
my butt's too big
Mhm.
or and I even think too, there's so many things like just being a parent, you have to catch yourself from saying, because my sister used to talk about all the time, or at least she spoke to me about it, how she always felt self-conscious because she had a really deep skin tone.
Oh yeah.
So like the colorism thing.
That's real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, and everyone I was like everyone always said I was yellow, or I don't know what's the word for it. Yellow
You
or
high yellow
high yellow or
and
something
light
growing up.
skin. Uh-huh.
Yeah. And so
Red bone.
yeah, so it was like that was like that was like a joke because it was like all of my like cousins, and it's like, oh, there's Kayla.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
yeah, so stuff like that like stuck with her, and she was always self-conscious about her skin tone, and
It's deeper.
yeah.
It's I will say even in my relationships or people who've tried to talk to me, they're like, "Oh, you're pretty for a dark skinned girl." That
Hmm.
yeah. And
Yeah.
I'm just like,
But I can agree
okay.
with that too because I went to like
Mm-hmm.
such a white high school.
Mm-hmm.
They're like you're a really pretty black girl,
Mm-hmm.
or like stuff like that. It's like, well, all black girls are pretty, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Pretty for a dark skinned girl
Yeah.
always got to me.
Hmm.
Um but now I hear I love how beautiful your skin is. I think
Hmm.
people are now starting to
It's
shift.
changing.
Yeah.
Well, the beauty standards are changing
Mhm.
too, for
Yeah.
sure. Like it's definitely shifting because I know when I was little, and I'm not even old. I keep saying when I was little, like I'm not
You're not old.
old at all. Like, but it's definitely different
Oh
than when
yeah.
I was growing up, for
Mhm.
sure. And then Nova, it's like I'm gonna have to navigate that as well because she has like a pretty chocolate deep skin
Mhm.
tone, and people at her age, and she's only 2, already comment on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it starts really young. You just sing the song "Brown Skin Girl"
The
by Beyonce.
brown skin girl.
Yeah, my niece loved that song.
Yeah.
Sing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I think she'll be good, and I'm like really conscious about where she goes to school as well. So she goes to a Montessori school right now. I mean, she's only 2.5, so it's really, they kind of really just play.
Yeah.
But I made sure like it was diverse because I
Mhm.
know how traumatic it was, like going to a school. Not that anyone was like terrible to me, but
Yeah.
like going to a school where like you're one of the only
The only one.
ones.
That was me in Iowa.
Yeah. Oh, Iowa. Oh God. What were you
That was
doing
me,
in Iowa?
and I would say, well, I live in West Des Moines, so the
Mhm.
capital is Des Moines,
Mhm.
which that city is very diverse. It's actually a refugee city, honestly. But in West Des Moines, which is on the outskirts, that's where the majority Caucasians live. So I was really the only in my class for a lot.
Mhm.
I think it was middle, high school. We started to get a lot more color because of the middle schools joining together.
Mhm.
But elementary and middle school, it was like Black
Yeah.
History Month. Everybody looks at you.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
I
like,
have
yo.
some the PTSD you just
I'm like,
evoked in my soul.
yeah, it's just please leave me
Oh
alone.
gosh.
Why are
I
y'all
literally
looking at
like
me?
covered my face in like 6th grade
Yeah.
one time because everyone was like, and then someone asked me if I celebrated Kwanzaa.
Listen.
The questions, that could be a whole episode. Honestly, the stuff that people said to me
Just
was crazy. Like someone asked me if I could get sunburnt,
yeah.
and I
Yep.
was like, being black doesn't make me immune to the sun.
I remember people used to be like, why are you putting on sunscreen? Girl, if you don't get out my face.
And honestly, I get sunburnt in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I was in Hawaii, my scalp got sunburnt.
The Boy Scout, I was like, okay, so from now on, y'all need to pack hats whenever we go somewhere sunny.
I was
'Cause
spraying sunscreen in my hair.
Puerto Rico, my boys came all red on
Yeah,
the sky.
that same thing happened to me.
It's like, sorry guys.
That was just like, ooh,
Mhm.
that looks bad.
Mhm.
I'm like,
It was horrible.
Yeah. And then he was like, why is my skin peeling like this? And I was like, because your black ass got sunburnt.
And
You should still get sunburnt if you're black. Public service announcement.
public and
Wear sunscreen if you're
wear
black.
sunscreen even when there's an overcast.
Yes.
PSA. Like, I heard that's worse, honestly.
Yeah, because you think, oh, the UV rays aren't coming through or whatever. Yes,
Yep.
they are.
Yeah. Put your sunscreen on, black folk.
Yes, please do.
They even make some for us now.
I know, because before well, at least for Nova, I was so tired of the children's sunscreen because she would look all ashy at the pool.
Yeah. We all do. It's like that
She looked
purple.
like a
It's like a
ghost.
purplish white too.
I know. I'm like, can y'all make
I don't
some
have time for
sunscreen
that.
that blends in?
Yeah. So now they have, I think there's 2 black owned brands. I don't know the names of them.
Mhm.
But I like that
I saw them on TikTok, but they were kind of expensive, but I guess
probably
if they're just starting out, it's going to be that way.
it's always expensive for us. Why do you think that is?
Because the stuff for us isn't mass produced. And then also I think too, I love like, black owned businesses selling stuff, but sometimes I feel like people kind of are really trying to capitalize off of it and making it like a stigma when it's like you should just sell it because it's beneficial,
Right.
not to be like, ooh, black owned. Like even like Target is like, Target is like, ooh, these black t-shirts of women
And
with
its own little-
afros, like,
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
they're not black owned. This is Target being like, ooh, black people
Inclusive.
like this.
Yeah. Yo, Target
And it
has
costs more for us to produce it.
Yeah,
it does.
it does.
It does. Target has extensions now.
Oh, yeah.
It's weave in there.
Yes, there is. There is extensions in
Blew
there.
my mind.
But I know, like, and this is why I say I'm not even old, y'all.
Mhm.
I'm about to be 27. When I was little, the black hair section was like a shelf.
Yeah.
It was like a little shelf, and it was like,
Not even a shelf, like a corner of a shelf.
It was like Cancun.
Yeah.
And like,
No,
ooh,
Cantu.
oh, Cantu.
She want to go to Mexico.
Yeah, I need to go on vacation. Can't I don't use that
Cantu.
brand because it's
Yeah,
terrible.
it's
But
horrible.
it was like that. And now it's like a whole aisle
Mhm.
of like all this stuff. And like they just make everything like wrapped in like gold and orange
Mhm. And green.
and green.
Mhm.
So it's like I
It
buy my most of my stuff online.
it was always
Yeah.
Cantu and Shea Moisture. That was it. And Blue Magic Grease. That was it.
I will say Nova still uses Blue Magic because I don't care what anyone says that
Blue Magic make your hair grow.
it does, and it snatches up those braids. The
Mhm.
braids last, your hair silk down.
Yep. My daddy uses
They have
it.
different versions of it now, but
Really?
yeah, there's one that's like Nova has like the infused with like I don't know,
Jojoba oil.
yeah, or something, something like that. It's the same thing. It's just a different
Uh-huh.
color.
Yay,
Yeah,
it works.
yeah,
Whatever gets you buying it.
yeah.
But it works. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. My boys are a lighter complexion.
But yeah, that's interesting. Not interesting to me, but it's like they remind me of me because like I feel like I randomly
Hmm.
came out my skin tone. Um, but that's what I always say. Like when you're black, like your kids could come out looking any type of way. Like
If I can show the world
yeah,
a picture of all of my siblings, we're all different
it's like a
shades.
rainbow. Yeah,
And it's literally light to dark skin from oldest to youngest. It's so crazy now that I think about that out
yeah. I
loud.
think about my siblings too. It's like I'm definitely like probably like the fairest, but it's
Hmm.
varying
Hmm.
tones.
I just
Yeah,
remember
even
when
my
Rami was
cousins are
born,
like that too. Yeah,
I was like, whose baby is
and even like
that?
our hair, it's like I have like really kinky hair.
Hmm.
My sister had like more of like she had a lot of hair, but more of a curly
Hmm.
your texture, I
Hmm.
guess. Um, so yeah, it's like even our hair, like everything. So
Yeah.
interesting, but yeah, I love your son's locks. They make me want to like lock my hair.
I've thought about it multiple times.
I have too,
I just I like to switch it up too much. I love my braids and I think
but you can still get braids if you have locks.
see and I do see females that do that, but I feel like if I'm going to get locks, I just want to rock my locks. But I do see people who get, box braids over their locks or they
Hmm.
put the wigs over their
Or you can
locks.
get. I even saw someone get like extensions, like well
Lock
they had
extension,
yeah like extensions.
sew-ins, all of that. I'm
Yeah,
just like, I don't know.
one of my cousins has like the micro locks,
Hmm.
and I love them because they're like really like
Full.
full and like delicate looking.
Hmm.
But she did say sometimes they break off
Because
easily.
they are really thin, but
Yeah.
um, I think I would get the traditional ones
Hmm.
only for that reason because I'm afraid of the breakage for the sister locks. Um,
Yeah, I like
but
those.
they're really pretty.
So, do you or you ever want to be a girl mom, or do you think?
I thought about it.
Yeah.
Um, I wouldn't mind. I think before I had Rami, I always said I want to be a boy mom through and through. Because there
And
was
you
this,
are.
yeah, there was this mom that I wanted to emulate. Shout out to
Mm.
the Jackson family, Elsie Jackson. That's my girl. She is a mom of 5 boys. Wait, let me see. Xavier, Cortland, 4 boys.
Mhm.
Um, but just seeing her, and I'm just like, wow, they have the best time ever. And growing up with girls in the house, I was like, I don't know if I want to deal with all these attitudes at the same time. So
Yeah.
I was like, maybe I just want to be a boy mom.
Yeah, because I would say I was like a good teenager. I never got in trouble
Hmm.
really, but I was a little smart ass.
Me too. And so I was like, I don't need
Yeah.
another little Tia because I remember, sometimes I was a little I had a slick mouth and I still do,
Hmm.
but it's a lot more controlled now. But I just didn't want to deal with that. And God is funny because Rami has a smart mouth
Hmm.
and he's just like me. And
Hmm.
that's probably why he and I butt heads a lot.
Yeah.
But I will say I love being an auntie to
Hmm.
my nieces. I
Hmm.
like shopping for the girls. If, we want a mani petty, we can do that.
You're right.
And if she gets an attitude, she goes back to her parents.
You're like,
You
okay,
know,
bye.
bye. But
Yeah.
being a girl mom, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still open to having
More kids.
more kids
Yeah.
when the time is right.
Right.
Hmm.
I mean, I feel like whenever I picture myself being a mom, I always pictured girls.
Yeah,
And like when I found out I was pregnant, I knew Nova was a girl. Like I just
really.
knew like immediately. And we went to
That's
ultrasound.
crazy.
And they were like, "Yep, that's definitely your girl."
That's crazy.
But I do want to have a son just because I think I don't know, boys are fun, but then it's hard too because you never know how your kids are going to turn out. Like, what if my son likes to do dance or
Hey, and that's fine.
yeah, I don't care what if Nova might want to go play football.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's like I don't care, but
And that's fine
yeah,
too.
so
I do like that about my boys that they are so open minded.
hmm
To the fact where if they see somebody flipping, they're like, "Oh, that boy can do gymnastics or something." Like statements
hmm
like that, you wouldn't hear that with us growing up.
no, that's how my
Mm-mm.
nephew is. Like, when he was really like he's I think 9 now.
Yeah.
But when he was little, he loved My Little Pony. Every birthday party, we got My
Hmm.
Little Pony. He does gymnastics. He can do
Hmm.
like backflips and stuff. He's
Yeah.
himself.
Rami started in
Yeah.
gymnastics when he was a toddler. It was just something that you could do at that age with the
hmm
little gym. I don't know if you've ever taken over there. The
I
little gym.
know I wanted to do gymnastics, but she's not old enough.
Mhm. So if you start
Yeah.
at the little gym, though, they have sports immersion and it goes
hmm
through like gymnastics, soccer, basketball, all of that. It's like two
hmm
weeks with each category. So that's how we started. But Rami loved gymnastics.
hmm
He was always flipping or he's always wanted to demonstrate his strength. So I'm like, whatever, put him in it.
Right.
And then of course when he grew up and he started to vocalize what it is that he wanted to do, here came football.
Right. He
So
loves football. But no,
mhm.
Noah's supposed to be starting gymnastics next year and swimming lessons.
That's
Um,
gonna be fun.
yeah, we'll see. uh,
Dang, that means so you just fired me on your podcast with swim lessons?
well, I
Just
didn't know
fire
if
me.
you were still gonna do it. So I don't know. I'd
Of
rather
course.
I was like, I'd rather you do it. I could just walk across the
We only
street.
have a little bit of time.
Yeah.
We need to find an indoor pool because I
hmm
move next year. So
I know. Well, we might be moving too. But Nova's going to be doing that. And then
mhm.
also, I posted this on Facebook, which I think is a great idea for Christmas. I said, in lieu of gifts, please,
Activities.
activities. No, I want Nova to do gymnastics,
Yeah.
swimming, um, maybe summer camp,
Yep.
the children's museum. You can get like a holiday or you can buy a pass for the summer
Yep.
for a Christmas gift to the children's museum, the zoo,
Hmm.
stuff like that, instead of just toys and clothes. So family, friends, that is what we want to do. And I think,
That's a great idea.
yeah,
And a lot of parents are starting to go towards that route. I think contributing to somebody's enrichment, that's always a plus for me.
yeah. I Nova likes to do stuff more, and most of the time she's at school. So the
Hmm.
toys, like she'll play with them on the weekends or the evenings, but she doesn't need 10,000 Legos that I
Right.
have to break my
Say
back
it again.
clean up.
Say it again.
And Legos
She
hurt
doesn't
when you
need
step on them.
10,000
Look
Legos.
at the camera and say, Sony's wife, you can return the 150
Sony's wife
blocks of
returned
Legos.
the thousand
Jumbo size.
But listen,
jumbo Legos
but
because they're
listen, so
ridiculous.
Legos can help. They could be an architect.
We have a lot already.
Oh, you have a big
We don't
tub
need
of
no more.
Legos.
We don't need no more.
And
I don't need no more. Whoever bought them little eggs, I don't even know what that toy is.
Listen, do you
Them
even have
eggs
all
that
your
break apart.
eggs?
No, they're lost. Like half
Hmm.
of them are gone. They're the eggs they think can fake crack.
Yes, but that's good because it went with her kitchenette. So she's learned how to crack an egg, and then she has a little
Tell me
knife
that when you're
set.
breaking your back, picking that stuff up every night. Like, tell me that when you were doing
But
that.
I went through that phase already, y'all. I went through that, picking up Legos.
And you're acting like, oh yeah, she's doing like, ooh,
but that's
textile.
good.
No. This is what Nova does. She opens up the thing, turns over the carton, dumps them on the ground so they all
She's
explode.
just not doing them right. Tell her that is
And
not
then
how you
guess
crack
who
an
has to
egg.
pick them up?
You.
Me.
And then they be rolling underneath her kitchen, underneath the
Half
table.
of them are gone. I don't even know where they are.
I don't know.
I don't know where
can't.
they are.
But yeah, Legos and Hot Wheels. Those are the
Yeah.
things I would always have to pick up.
Yeah. Nobody loves cars though. Actually, that's interesting you say that.
Well, we
Mhm.
got tons of them.
I don't want them.
Oh,
I'm not. I'm not picking those up.
listen, we have tons, and Rami would line them up like they were in a traffic jam and move them one by one, a whole line. We have over 300 Hot Wheels.
You said 300.
Over 300. And then now that he's older and those NASCAR drivers, now he has NASCAR cars lined up, all the
But
numbers.
she also likes dinosaurs.
We got those too. That was a JoJo thing.
She
Dinosaurs.
loves dinosaurs. She loves Peppa Pig.
Mm-hmm.
And she's actually, it's so cute now because she's like fake, like putting her dolls to dinner. So she'll like sit them at her table.
See,
and
I
say,
need to
"Okay,
come have a
time
little
to
tea
eat."
party with Nova.
You do.
Does she have a tea set?
She doesn't, but she should have a tea set. But she like copies everything I do. So she'd be like, "Okay, time to eat," and like get her little plate for her
She's
doll.
so
So
sweet.
cute.
And that was my favorite toy growing up, my little tea set with my bears and my dolls.
I know
Mm-hmm.
I want to get her a mini version of my Jeep.
Mm-hmm.
But
Absolutely.
yeah, so we could both be like,
you should
rolling.
Oh yeah.
Rolling.
See,
and she's getting a basketball court, of course, for Christmas.
See,
but other than that,
activities.
Yeah. Well, she's not getting no fake Jeep because I ain't got nowhere to put it.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
she is
activities is the
basketball
way to go. I think that's a great idea. There's even ideas like the snowman box, where I think the head of the snowman is clothing, the middle of the snowman is maybe a toy, and then the bottom is like books and enrichment stuff.
Oh, that's cute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is Rami school doing anything for Christmas? Because when I tell you, like,
You mean like the spirit days?
yes,
Yes, the whole month
I
of
can't.
December. It's not a spirit week. It's the whole month of December.
Yes.
So
and my daughter is 2.
I'm lucky that we just missed this first week.
Yeah, my daughter is 2.
I'm glad you said that though.
She got a concert tomorrow.
Oh.
She had to do first of all, I had to buy a Secret Santa gift exchange.
Oh.
And it was like, if your child doesn't bring a gift, they ain't getting shit.
Oh.
So then I was like, well, I got to go to Target and buy a gift. And then for the concert, they were like, oh, she needs to have a red shirt, a red Christmas shirt, and a Santa hat. So then I had to go to buy a red shirt and a Santa hat. And then they're having they were doing like some craft with another hat. So I had to buy another hat for her to do the craft.
Elf hat.
I'm like, why couldn't she wear the hat that was the craft?
That's too much.
So do y'all feel like the schools are being
extra
during the holidays?
No, not at all. Because not every child has that. To contribute. Not every child has a Santa hat, and not every child has a parent that's going to go out to the dollar store or whatever the case may be to get you a Santa hat.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, so even the gift exchange, I was like, well, I'm going to make sure I get like not something crazy, but I got like a coloring book and like a ball.
And did you bring an extra one? So something that I have done, because I do know that, again, not every child has that. So whenever I think they needed a pack of T-shirts to do tie-dye, you're only supposed to bring a shirt for your child, but I'm like, it's a pack of 5 T-shirts. I bet you, A, somebody's going to forget, or 2, somebody doesn't have it. So I just sent the whole pack. And I try to do that every time the class has something.
Right.
So somebody's not left out.
That's smart too. Because I was thinking that too. Because like even if I accidentally forgot Nova's gift, everyone was going to be getting presents, and she was going to be sitting there with no present.
Hopefully the teacher will have extra, but sometimes nowadays that's not even the case. They're always complaining like, we spend too much money trying to stock our classrooms. Right. We don't, and teachers aren't paid well at all, so that's just an extra expense.
Right. Yeah. But no, it's crazy. Like all the stuff that they had us like having to get and buy and do. I was at
Yep.
Target like 2 days in a row, like, oh, Nova needs this shirt and these antlers
Yep.
and this gift. And now I got to bring a snack for the class.
Because you want them to be included. You don't want them to feel left out. It's
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah. And then even like Nova's school has like Pizza Friday. So her school's like a private school.
Mm.
And I was like, well, I don't really want to like pay for this, but like,
Yeah.
what if everyone else is eating pizza? And Nova's like,
Not.
I don't got no pizza. So then I'm like, okay, let me pay
Yeah.
the $30 for her to have pizza on Friday.
And you have to because she's younger.
Yeah.
So
She's
she
gonna be
doesn't
like,
really know.
She's gonna be like, why does everyone get pizza but not me?
Right. Whereas mine are a little older and they're like, nah, I don't really want to do that. So I'm like, okay, cool. Save my little money.
Right.
You know, they can
So,
voice that now.
And it's like, I don't even know if she's even eating the pizza, but I'm like, at least she has the option, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I started tutoring. I told you,
fifth graders.
Bless
your heart.
Ooh, and I'm just gonna let you know it's a public school. I'm not gonna say where it is, what district, nothing. But Nova's gonna be a private school baddie because these schools out here, I don't know what it is. I went to public school. I have never seen anything like this.
So again, I went to Montessori school when I was a toddler. Then we went to Trinity Christian, which was a private school, and then public school. So I've seen it all. And I will say, I really just think it's just these new age kids.
And then it's also, though, too, because...
And it's access.
I don't know. I guess you're millennial. What do they call me? A zillennial?
Gen Z.
I'm like the last millennial year or whatever. But I'm like, I don't know. I'm sorry. No offense. I keep hitting this. No offense to the millennials.
Because I'm old.
She is not old. You ain't not that much older than me.
No, not that much.
But these millennial parents, I don't know if they're just like, my kids write about everything and I don't care what anyone has to say.
Or they just don't care.
They just don't care. And it's like, you can tell like the parents, at least for the kids that I tutor, the parents that care versus the parents that are, they know they can do whatever they want. They can say whatever they want. They can run around and scream at people and curse at adults.
Yeah.
It's just, and then like the lack of like just funding. Because it's, you know, I'm tutoring, I'm helping out these kids. I love it. I love kids. A lot of the teachers at this school, they're just long-term subs. They're not even teachers. So that's why they're contracting in like people like me with degrees to like help out.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's so sad, like the lack of like support that they have. And then how much like they don't know. Because like I said, I tutor fifth grade and, you know, fifth grade math. And it's even like, I don't know, like 3 times 3 at this point should be like this.
I would say COVID did play a part in some of that.
Yeah.
Not all of that, because it starts at home, parents. It really does.
Yeah, because they still should have been practicing, you know. And doing their work.
And it starts young.
Yeah.
You gotta start that with the ABC song when they're little, or counting or something like that, introducing to them at a young age, not just hear something, get out my face, or baby talk. I'm a firm believer in
no baby talk.
Talking to your child with real sentences and regular words.
Yes.
You know, but
that's how it's supposed to be. Yeah.
Yeah,
but
no,
I really
it's hard out here.
Yeah. I really love it though. I love the kids. Most of them are great kids and just they kind of act out for attention, I think. But most of them, like, they're great kids. They'll come over to I'm Miss Green. Well, Miss Green Polk. But they call me Miss Green because it's easier. Miss Green, like, can you help me with this and that? And I really thought I was going to be, you know, they're doing like 2-digit multiplications, but I had to really wind it back to just the times tables. Like 2 times 3 is what? 2 times 4 is what?
That's hard.
At a 5th grade, it's like,
you should know this.
But then it's like I have to help them get ready for like the state exam, because in the states, like, this is what they need to know.
But even now with that, a lot of schools are not failing the kids. They're not holding them back.
Hmm.
And I think that did start around
They're
the
passing
COVID
them
year.
on.
They
Yeah.
just pass them on.
Yeah.
Um, but it definitely takes involvement from those at
From at
home.
home, because I can tell the difference from the students that come to school. Their shirts are clean, they're ironed, hair's done. Not to say if you don't have that stuff, you're not excelling in school, but
That
you
does
can
play a
tell.
part, though.
But you can tell that the parents are paying attention. Their homework's
Yep.
done. I have one student. She's a little girl. She's so cute, and she does not need help in tutoring, but she
Mm,
just comes to my table just because she likes talking to
yeah.
me, and she does her work and I check it. But you can tell, like, she's like, yeah, my mom, like, and I went shopping on Saturday, and she just is like talking versus
It's
like,
necessary.
yeah, like she just comes over and talks, and
It's
it's
so
like whatever. Her
necessary.
work's always done. She's always lunch is ready. Like,
Yeah.
like you can tell, like, people are paying attention to what she's doing, even though this student they have to go to the school that's a little underfunded.
Yep.
She is still like excelling
Yeah. I'm a
despite that.
huge advocate for the youth.
Hmm.
And those that know me know if I wasn't in the military, I'd be a teacher.
Hmm.
I've always wanted my own nonprofit organization,
Hmm.
have my own community center. Like, I'm a huge advocate for the youth. And I just don't understand how some people don't get that. You need to
Yeah.
be involved in your child's life.
Yeah.
If a teacher is calling you for something, you should answer and not
Hmm.
yell at the teacher. Maybe work with your child at home.
Hmm.
Um, come to these parent teacher conferences. I know Rami's teacher told me, you're the only one that responded to my email for a parent
What?
teacher conference. Mhm.
That's crazy.
Mhm. She's like, people don't care. People don't care. Parents don't care. My thing is, okay, so then what if a parent is busy? I get that. I know, hell, my mom still works 2 jobs, but there are those who may be single parents. Maybe they have multiple jobs, but at some point, you have to find some time to at least sit and talk with your child.
Yeah, but
You
I
know,
even think like at this point in time too, I think when we were growing up, I mean, it might have been harder, but now there's Zoom, there's email,
yeah,
there's text. You could Zoom
yep.
in the morning or during your lunch break for your
Mhm.
parent teacher conference. They could do an
So
email,
much. Yeah.
send a letter. Like, there's no excuse to just be like, oh well, and
Hmm.
then wonder why little Sally Joe
Yeah.
is failing kindergarten.
Hmm.
Like, that's ridiculous. Even though like Nova has school picnics where the
That's
parents can
cute.
come. I love them. Like, they're so cute. But sometimes the parents, I mean, if they can't come, they can't come. But
Yeah.
then it's still like kind of sad when like, you know,
A parent doesn't come.
it's not
I
there.
still I go have lunch with my boys.
Hmm.
Some days I'm like, they need that. Especially if I know they went to school with an attitude, maybe they didn't get enough rest or
Hmm.
they just not feeling it that day. I'll either call the teacher or text the teacher like, hey, Jojo didn't have a great morning. Is he doing okay?
Hmm.
If not, I'm gonna
Yeah.
stop by for lunch or something like that. Just to boost their spirits. And I think that really makes a difference too.
Yeah, because they know, oh, my mom came and they're excited.
Hmm.
Yeah, tomorrow's Nova's Christmas concert.
I'm
And
excited for that.
I kind of feel like, though, when she sees me there, she's just going to run off the stage and be like, Mommy. Like, and I'm like, no, sing the song, Jingle Bells.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And
I,
you just never know until that first concert happens.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
going to be so funny because they're all
Hmm.
going to be, well, Nova's the tallest in her class. I'm always shocked every time I see her.
No,
I'm
she's
like, bruh.
tall.
I'm like, you're like,
What is she
but
like 98th percentile for height?
oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like
She's
nine,
tall.
it's like 99. Like, she is like the size of a 4-year-old.
See?
So I'm wondering if she's gonna be in the back.
Probably. She's gonna be in the back row. Maybe she'll have a solo.
Nova is so shy. She'd
Or play a little
probably.
instrument,
I think they have like little jingle
little
bells and stuff,
bells.
and then like I said,
Yeah.
they have their little red shirts and they have to wear their Santa
Hmm.
hats.
I remember JoJo's first concert.
Hmm.
He didn't run off the stage, but he didn't move his mouth either.
He was just looking like, "What's going on?"
Yeah, he was just standing there. And the little girl beside him, she was such a diva. Oh, she
Yeah,
was so good. But he was just standing there. Then the next year, he was singing his little heart out. He got to do the Pledge of Allegiance,
yeah.
and I think he sang Jingle Bells.
Uh-huh.
Uh huh.
I think that's what we're
Night
gonna
and day.
do, and then it'll be cute. I love seeing her little friends too. I always ask Nova about her friend
Mhm.
Nora.
Okay.
because Nora's mom, every time I see her, always says Nora never stops talking about Nova every time she comes home. And every time I pick up Nova, if Denzel does it, I'm like, Nova, how was school? How's Nora? And she just looks at me like,
Why are you talking to me about her?
yeah. She's like, what?
Side eye.
She's like, anyways, look outside.
Mhm. That's crazy because normally when parents say that, that's like, hint, hint, let's do a play date.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. But not
Yeah.
if Nova's like,
She's just like,
please stop talking
whatever.
to me about
Yeah.
her. I just saw her all day at school.
But I know she's probably playing with her the whole time. And Nova's like, she doesn't like really say sentences yet.
Mhm.
So she's
Mhm.
always like, Mom, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Where's my juice?
Yeah. Please. I
Mhm.
saw Nora all day. It's
Literally,
time.
I think they sit next to each other at the table.
I did not come home to talk about Nora.
And then she went to her first birthday party. It was cute.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah. It was at the little gym, actually.
See? Little Gym is where it's at. I just think it's far from us. Where it's like
It
Virginia
was
Beach, right?
kind of far. It was Chesapeake. I don't know. It was kind of far.
Yeah.
And Nova was having a great time. She was running around and stuff, but then she did spit up.
Uh-oh.
And I was just like,
That's
Nova
crazy.
never gets sick. And I'm like, of
Mhm.
all the times to get sick at a party, at your first birthday
You
party.
know, but when we took Nova to the trampoline park, maybe she has asthma.
You said maybe she has asthma.
Yeah, like because I had it too. And
Uh-huh.
every time I would run or do some type of activity as a child, it was called cough variant asthma.
Uh-huh.
And then I just grew out of it. But whatever little activity that I had going on, it was a cough or a little spit up. And they're like, what is wrong with you? Because you're not even really sick.
Right. Yeah, because
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Nova never like
You're not
spits
sick.
up.
Mm-hmm.
And then she like spit up, and then the teachers were like, "Oh, it's fine." Like, I'm like, it happens. Like,
They're used to it.
yeah. And I was like, "I'm so sorry." And then she went and sat down and ate pizza
Mm-hmm.
and a cake.
See, and that's how it is. It's just a
Yeah.
little bit of activity, and especially now with this weather too. That's
Mhm.
when mine acted up the worst.
Yeah, but she had
Winter.
fun. It was cute. Yeah, I think her birthday this year is going to be at Chuck E. Cheese, but it
Okay.
was cute.
That's been a long man. I haven't been to a Chuck E. Cheese.
No,
in
Chuck E. Cheese bougie
years.
now.
Really?
It's like
I've
a little
been-
mini Dave and Buster's.
Really?
Yes.
The one by the Walmart? It's
Oh,
over there?
well, the one I went to, it was still under construction.
Oh, wow. Oh, they're trying to do it up.
Yeah, they were renovating it. When I was little, it was like the creepy
Yeah, he was a creepy
monster
mouse.
coming out, and then everything smelled like
Feet.
the pizza tastes like corn. Now
like
they
corn
have
chips.
now the pizza actually isn't bad,
Mm.
and they have a salad bar
Hmm.
with stuff for like the grown-ups.
I wonder if
It
they
was so
still have the
nice.
animals on the stage
No, they don't have them
playing that
because
tambourine.
they had to go
Playing that tambourine.
and one of them be broke like
Yeah. Yo, they always scared me. I was like, why am I here? But now the mouse, he's slimmer, he's taller. The last time we went, I think it was like 3 years ago.
Honestly though, if
The mouse is new.
if someone comes out in that costume, no one's gonna be crying.
He's still gonna come out.
She's gonna be screaming.
That's what make Chuck E. Cheese Chuck E. Cheese.
No one's gonna be like, Mom, what did you do to me?
That was my
And
sister.
that mouse comes out. Oh no.
Tamara was a huge Barney fan. So we had a Barney birthday,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't know my parents hired like the Barney to come. My sister never again. I don't think she watched Barney anymore. She was terrified of that purple
I
thing.
would say no one would not like that.
I was like,
I
my
wanna
dad
make
was so
hers
confused.
I want her birthday to be Peppa Pig themed.
Yeah, but hire the pigs. You think she wouldn't do any characters?
No, like have someone dressed up as Peppa Pig.
Yeah,
No, she's like,
Mm.
because how y'all gonna do Disney?
She's gonna be like, "Oh, Peppa
She be
Pig,"
like,
but like,
oh, I don't know about this princess in real life. I don't
But at least the
know.
princesses are people.
You're right. Yeah, the pig makes.
You're right.
that.
I should hire a Peppa Pig or make
Mhm.
Denzel. No, Denzel too big.
He
He's
can
too
be
big
Daddy
to be
Pig. He gonna be Daddy Pig.
That'd be even scarier.
Well,
Daddy Pig be falling over and stuff,
I don't
running
know.
and ruining stuff.
We gotta ease her into these characters, though.
You don't know, but scared of everything.
Yeah, we're gonna have to ease her in so she can be prepared for her birthday.
Mm-hmm. that I have to
Chucky.
start planning in like a month.
Yeah, because it's
That's
gonna come
crazy.
here
It's
quicker than you
March.
know.
It's
March
March.
is right around the corner. Hey Pisces, March is right around the corner.
Girl, bye.
Hmm.
February is right around the corner. Hey, Aquarius.
Yeah,
Birth month is coming up.
you're first.
Cash App, Kayla Green.
I know that's right. I may put that on my Facebook
Mhm.
this year. No,
Yeah.
never
But it
mind.
was fun. I'm so
Yeah.
happy Tia's back. Um, y'all are gonna see Bray next, I believe.
I hope
Yes.
so. You
Mhm.
got to keep these up. Thanks for having me again.
Of course, I love doing these. They're fun. They're like my escape, getaway
Yeah, I needed
for
that.
everything.
Mm-hmm.
Talking to my girlfriends. We'll see what shenanigans Bray's gonna bring, and then
It'll
of
be
course, y'all's favorite is going to be back.
Uh
The rambunctious four.
oh.
The guys
The
are
hijackers.
trying. The hijackers are going to come hijack wine night again. So
Good
hopefully,
times.
yes, and that's going to be a great episode. Should I do a cliffhanger?
You should.
Okay, I'll ask all of the audience this. What are the double standards for men and women in relationships?
Oh, tune in next time.
Tune in.